Hello, my name is Alexia Rouse-Boudreau. I'm one of the assistant directors of the Mass General Physicians Organization, and I am here today with David Ting, Chief Medical Information Officer of the MGPO. So David, I understand that Kitty Hawk has been very active. Can you tell me what are some of the highlights?
Sure thing. Kitty Hawk, as you know, is a portfolio of about 23 different projects that the MGPO has stood up over the past several years, much of which is consistent with the work of the Frigoletto Committee that has been looking at ways to reduce administrative burden and return our physicians to the joy of practicing medicine. We've got a number of processes that are in development, but also a number of things that are live and in production right now, ready to serve our doctors.
I've heard about the hotline. Why would I call?
The hotline is really exciting. Our doctors have been asking, isn't there a way that I can dial an 800 number, pick up the phone, and in 15 seconds have someone ready to help me answer questions like, how do I order this, or how do I do that in Epic? Well, we've stood it up, and you can find out information in the text below this video. But in addition to calling for any help on Epic or Dragon, what we've also enabled the hotline to do is capture our physician pain points. Because one of the things that our doctors have been asking about is, gee, couldn't somebody just follow me around and figure out by watching me what are the painful workflows that I encounter, or things about Epic that I just need to communicate to somebody and I wish they could fix. Well, if you call that same hotline, the person on the other end of the line can actually take a picture of your screen, document what your pain point is, and if necessary, even enter an enhancement request or submit a ticket to have that thing fixed.
So would I ever have to submit a ticket?
As it turns out, that's another advantage of the hotline for our physicians, which is that rather than needing to call the regular help desk, if it's an Epic or Dragon issue, you call the physician hotline and they can enter in tickets for you.
Great. Now, Kitty Hawk does a lot more than just Epic. What else is going on?
Sure, there are a number of things that are in production right now or very close to being live, and our physicians have been asking about them. Scribes and virtual scribes are among those. So right now we have 95 physicians using in-the-room live scribes, and they're scattered across 14 different departments, specialties. The physicians there have had great experience with the scribes. But we've also had about 12 physicians in adult primary care who are using virtual scribes where the scribe is not in the room but actually is remote. We're intending to have those virtual scribes rolled out within adult primary care by the end of 2017, and we're starting to work on other specialties as well. So that's a very exciting development.
Fabulous. Anything else I should know about?
Absolutely. We've heard that one of the pain points in our practices is mundane, repetitive processes like taking renewal requests from patients. As it turns out, we can standardize that, and we've stood up a program called Immerse, which is the integrated MGPO medication renewal service. This allows our nurses and MAs to be released from the drudgery of having to answer phones all the time. We have a central team now that can take their medication renewal requests and process those. We also have a central team called Chassis, which allows our providers to send paper copies of lab reports, mammogram reports, colonoscopies, and so on, fax those to a central number, and those data can be abstracted and typed into Epic. Ultimately, the goal is to prepare an entire new chart by simply letting us, fax a discharge summary or fax a referring note to this central number, and then the data are typed into Epic. So it's really exciting, the things that we're doing.
So is Immerse or Chassis ready to go live?
They are. And so you'll find in the text here additional information if your practice is interested in looking at Immerse or Chassis or really any of the other Kitty Hawk components. Just reach out.
Great. Thank you.
Thank you.